I honestly don't know how many more videos I'm going to make about the Winter Spotlight event, but in today's video we are going to be playing a Dusty Trip and we will be getting all of the tokens, so the regular one and also the elite one. Now about a Dusty Trip, the reason why I wanted to make a video on this game is because the elite token, hardly anybody has got it. I think it's got less than like 10k. Okay, so it's got 14k now. So the standard one, almost 200k, but people are not getting the elite one. I don't know why. I figured out how to get it though, so I can show you what to do, and yeah, we're going to go and jump into the game. So here we are inside of a Dusty Trip, and the first thing we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go up to the Xmas world. We are going to load into the new Christmas map. It's called the Gifting, which is kind of funny, I guess, so you want to wait for it to load. And there is a lovely, nice 1966 split screen VW camper van, which we are going to rebuild. So yeah, you just want to pick up these parts and then basically just press F to grab them, F to pick them up as well, by the way. So yeah, you just grab these, stick them on your van, and then you get to rebuilding. You also need to fuel it. Mine was already full, which was interesting, but we'll do that in a second. First of all, we're just going to stick the wheels on. There's only a few wheels which is missing, I think about 2 of them, so stick that on. As you can see, yeah, it was already full, so I didn't need to fuel it up, but I'm going to stick these cans on just in case I need them. Then go back into the house, climb up the ladder, and we want to get a cookie and also the milk to go with it. We are going to use these later to get the elite token, so yeah, don't forget these. Now there's a bit of a bug when placing them on your car, so I would recommend just putting them inside your van instead, because yeah, you can't stick them onto the body. I was clicking Z to try and stick them on and it just wasn't working, so basically I just gave up. Anyway, you want to get the milk as well, so press F to grab that, then go back up to your camper van and you're just going to stick that inside. Try and press Z to stick them in. Might be a bit glitchy though. Anyway, once they're in, you want to go and sit in your van. You're going to press R to start the engine, and we are going to get going on our Christmas quests. We do actually have several boss fights that we will need to defeat. Basically, we've got to like kill these bosses, so you want to get to, I think it's about 1,000 meters, and your character's going to say, look, it's Santa's factory, let's investigate, and yeah, just carry on going, and exactly at 1,000 meters you're going to make your way inside. Now slow down a bit here because you don't want to go flying into these presents and crash and then flip your vehicle. That would be pretty frustrating, but yep, you just want to drive around just very carefully and you're going to get to your first boss fight. So what we need to do in this fight, guys, is we are fighting this Nutcracker guy, which has taken over Father Christmas's toy workshop or something. I think that's what's going on. Anyway, so the first mini game or challenge thing, you have to dodge out of the way of these presents, which will basically whack you off into this pit. And yeah, be careful, guys. Now I didn't actually die once, but I'm guessing probably if you die you might need to start again, or it'll respawn you somewhere, but it might be kind of annoying, so yeah, just be careful. Then obviously we've got this like compressor stomper thing, dodge out of the way of that. Then we've got the spinning top thing. Obviously I'm just like cutting through this, I'm just speeding this up quickly because there is quite a bit to this. Then this giant present comes out and it unboxes into an AK-47, and you need to use the AK to shoot this. I don't even know what it is. It says attack me. Is it supposed to be like a battery attached to like a circuit or something? Oh, they call it a power cell there. Anyway, yeah, I just cut to the end just to show you guys me defeating it, and as you can see, we won. So we defeated the Nutcracker. You get a ton of like Christmas candy cane points. I don't know. Stick the weapons to the front of your van and we are going to carry on to the next boss. So yeah, let's just press R to start the engine and we're just going to get moving. So the next boss, guys, is a snowball fight arena thing. It's like this giant snowman which spawns in the middle and you're going to have to defeat him. The next boss is actually at 2,000 meters, so you've got a bit to drive, but once you get here you just want to park your van just roughly about here. As you can see, your character says they should step out on foot, so you want to get out of your vehicle. You want to walk to the middle of the map. Oh, grab your AK if you took it. If you didn't, don't worry, because another one will spawn in, but I'd recommend just carrying it with you anyway. And as you guys can see, yeah, this giant Mr. Frost, creepy looking Jack Frost character spawns in and we're gonna have to defeat him. It's another boss battle basically. This one is slightly harder than the Nutcracker one, but really it's not too difficult. Just maybe be a bit careful and try not to die, because as I said, I don't know about respawning in this game. I remember during the classic it was like really glitchy. Anyway, so then he spawns in like a few snowman henchmen. You just want to take those out. That's you know, nothing difficult. It's very easy. Then he does a snowstorm thing, which is actually really laggy, and my entire screen was just violently shaking, and yeah, that kind of put me off a bit. Anyway, then he freezes himself, and when he freezes himself, guys, that's your opportunity to attack. So that's when you want to shoot him and you can get his health very low. I'm probably just going to do a jump cut to me actually killing him, you know, just as a bit quicker. So there you go, this is the final health bar. As you can see, I'm going to shoot him, he's going to die, and that's pretty much it. That is boss fight number 2, which honestly was nothing too difficult. So now we're just going to make our way back to our van. We're just going to jump in, we're going to start the engine, and we're just going to carry on driving to 3,000 meters. Just be careful not to tip over your car or anything like that. And yeah, just carry on going. And eventually, guys, we're going to get to this point. Oh, I just want to say though, if your hunger is running low at this point, I would recommend exploring the houses to get the food. You can find tacos, chocolate bars, onions, oranges, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, if your hunger is low, make sure to pay attention to that. Just go and check out some houses to get some stuff. But anyway, getting up to 3,000 meters now, we are going to be on our third and final boss fight, but we're still not done. There's still a lot of tasks to do, but we're just going to get this boss fight out of the way anyway, because it's the most difficult one. This is going to be the Krampus boss fight. So yeah, the #1 villain of Christmas, I guess. Or is that the Grinch? Maybe the Krampus is a bit more evil though, because he does actually kill people. So we're going to go and grab our AK-47, and yeah, we're going to take him out so he doesn't kill us. And here you go. He says, well, look what I found. Intruders in my grand plan. So yeah, we're going to be taking him out, and it's basically exactly the same thing as the Mr. Frost boss battle. They probably just copied it across and then recoded it slightly different. There was a few more challenges where he does this like jumping thing where he spawns waves at you, but yeah, there's a few like snowstorm things as well, and that's pretty much it. I'm just going to show you guys like every little obstacle you got to get out of the way of without dying. He spawns in henchmen. Here you go. Here's the waves thing I was talking about. So that kind of caught me off guard at first. It doesn't do too much damage though, but still you want to be careful, because if you get hit by all three, well, you're nearly going to be dead. Anyway, when he like uses his walkie-talkie to call in more henchmen, that is going to be your opportunity to shoot him. So you just want to spam him full of bullets, pump him full of lead, right? And eventually his health is going to go down quite a bit. So obviously jump cut to just killing this guy. He starts shaking like an absolute maniac, but yeah, we got the badge and everything like that. And that should actually be the first token. So that's the standard token. Yeah, you've got to do a fair bit inside of this game just to get one token. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, we're going to make our way back to our car. And do you guys remember that milk and cookie that we picked up at the start of the game? Well, this is where that comes in handy. So you want to reverse, you want to do a U-turn, you want to go down here, and we're looking for this little Christmas table thing. Pretty much we're going to leave out a cookie and a glass of milk for Santa. So the table is just behind the red house, just over here next to the White House. Pick those up using F and then drop them using F. Don't click on them, because otherwise your avatar will eat them, and yeah, that's going to be a massive disaster, because I don't know if these spawn in again. Actually, you can sometimes find them in houses, but I would recommend getting it at the start of the map. Anyway, this will spawn you in a car part. It is actually the hood or the car's bonnet for an old classic Porsche. So what we're going to do is stick that on our camper van, and we are going to drive back to 1,000 meters. Yeah, go in reverse. You want to drive all the way back to the elves workshop thing. Then we're just going to jump out of our van, and we are going to find a mystery lever on one of the candy cane pillars. So we want to pull that lever, and this is going to spawn you in another piece. Now, I accidentally kicked mine flying, but that is actually the boot piece for the Porsche car, which we are going to be rebuilding. So we're going to go and stick that on our camper van just like that. Press Z to attach it. Then you want to drive all the way back. Yeah, it is a bit grindy and slow, this game. You've got to drive back and forward, back and forward. It does your head in eventually. You want to be careful not to hit the Krampus as well, because it might send you flying. Anyway, you want to drive to 3,500 meters. And I know what you're thinking, guys. This probably looks like the middle of nowhere, but there is actually a hidden cabin. So when you approach this thing, on your left-hand side, there will be a hidden cabin. I actually crashed my camper van on some rocks, but I'll fix that in a minute. So to the left, as you're approaching it to 3,500 meters, you just want to go into the woods just like this, just into the forest, and you can actually find this old sort of like, I guess it's a garage really, not really a cabin. It's a garage with an old like vintage Porsche inside. And guess what, guys? That's what we're going to be rebuilding. So I'm just going to show you my whole journey there. I know it looks so confusing and it's kind of hard to find because it just looks like you're walking out into nothing, but yeah, trust me, it is there and you will eventually find it. And this is where we rebuild the Porsche. So you want to pick up all of these pieces. There's wheels, stuff like that laying everywhere, and you can rebuild it. I'll tell you what, I'll do that in a second. First of all, I'm going to go back to the van and we are going to find the boot piece of the Porsche, and we're just going to go and find the cabin again. And yeah, if you want to put the stuff on at this point, you can, or you can just leave it on the floor. Like, it doesn't really matter too much because we've got more pieces to find anyway. But yeah, if you want to place the stuff which is lying around, then yeah, go ahead, you might as well. So I guess you can just pick up the wheels, put those on. So that'd be one. Then there's a second wheel over here. That'd be two. Then for the third wheel, we're just going to pick that up, go and stick that on. That's three. And then for the final fourth wheel, if I can actually get the third one on, there you go. The final fourth wheel is just over here. Go and stick that on as well. Then what we're going to do, guys, is pick up a present, and we are going to take this present with us. us. We need to give this present to an owner of a toy store, and he is going to give us a new piece of the Porsche. I think he gives us like the right door or something, left door, I don't know, we'll find out in a second. Anyway, we're just going to mount this to our van by pressing Z, then we're just going to go and drive it. If you're wondering how I got it off the rocks, I had to take the wheels off, wait for it to slide, and then I put them back on. Yeah, I know, a bit frustrating. Once you crash your vehicle in this game, it's a pain to get it back on track, but we're going to go to the toy store, we're going to pick up the gift that we just got from the garage, and we're just going to bring it inside. And pretty much, yeah, we need to give this present to the toy store owner, and he's going to give us something in return. So if I can actually get this thing through the door, there you go, there he is with a platinum domino crown. So we're going to give him the gift, and he is also going to gift us something, which is one of the doors, left or right, I don't flipping know. Anyway, we're going to take the thing, and we're going to go and mount it to our van. So you guys have probably sussed out what we are trying to do now. We're trying to rebuild a classic Porsche, and once that's done, well, we're going to get the elite token. So now you want to drive to 6,000 meters, and you're going to get to a coffee store. So you want to get out your car here, and that is actually where you can find the classic Porsche's engine. So you're going to pick up the engine, just press F to pick it up. Then of course, do not forget to mount it to your van by pressing Z. And then guys, I think we are nearly done. We only need to get one more piece, which you can find in exploring houses. So start to make your way back to 3,500 meters, and you want to be like Father Christmas. You want to climb up these houses and then jump down the chimney, and sometimes you're going to get lucky and a car door is going to spawn in. Now this may take you about 3 tries, and as I said, don't advance like more forward than 6,000 meters, just like go back to 3,500 meters where the garage is, and eventually you're going to go into one of these houses and the door is going to spawn in just like that. It's going to spawn in on the table. It's probably going to like fly off. So there you go, we've got both the doors and the engine, which were the final 3 pieces, which means guys, we can actually bring them back to the garage and we can stick all of these parts on. So obviously just drive to 3,500 meters, exactly like that. Obviously depending on which direction you came in, we want to go back to the garage. So yeah, oh my gosh, this was so flipping grindy. I didn't actually drive my van up to the garage every time because it, you know, I don't want to crash it again into a tree or anything. But then we're just going to grab all of the parts and we are going to go and place all of these. So you've got the engine parts, we're just going to go and stick those in. Radiator, put that in. Then you can close the bonnet. Then you can grab both of the doors and you can go and place these. And then guys, yeah, that's it. That is how you get the elite token. Once the car's complete, it's going to give it to you. I accidentally forgot to record it, but yeah, trust me, it works. And yeah, there you go. I got both badges.